In this age, when we hear such unsympathetic remarks about the decadence of sport, it is very satisfactory to find so many Englishmen taking a fairly sympathetic interest in the university boat race, the premier English sporting event, and it is questionable whether any other event in the pastimes of the world touches so universally the great heart of the public in England and abroad. All classes of society take a very keen interest in the race before the day of the event, and it is this universality that unquestionably shows that the race is associated with nothing objectionable. The same cannot be said of some other forms of sport which contain the minimum of sport really, but the maximum of elements which are desirable. An investigation would frequently prove the utter falsification of the meaning of the word sport. If the newspaper is an index of public interest, then surely all must acknowledge that the training of the two crews is a matter of interest to Englishmen throughout the universe. At this time, men discuss with knowledge the merits or demerits of various forms of diet, and with an intelligence which all intelligent people should accept as an acknowledgement of the extreme interest taken in the various doctrines advocated by food reforms. Para change. The day of the university boat race is the first outdoor spring holiday, and though the weather may be unsatisfactory, the crowd on the river and tow path is an immense and motley one. Here we have the parliamentary hand, the insurance broker, the compiler of prospectuses and amalgamation schemes, the arbitrator engaged in arbitration cases, members of the legislature who have turned their backs on legislative matters for a short time, the administrator and the administratrix. There we have ladies in the height of fashion, full of enthusiasm for the success of their favorites, the mischievous errand boys with their baskets over their shoulders, whose mischief is excusable for once. Indeed, all sorts and conditions of influential and uninfluential persons, each of whom has probably decided his or her choice in a most arbitrary manner. The newspaper reporter is there with his pencil and book, jotting down any matters of moment in the characters which delight the hearts of all Pitmanites. The result of the race is sent by telegraphic communication, both telegram and cable, to all parts of the globe. Undoubtedly, people think more of the manner of winning than of the prize at stake, and thus the boat race exemplifies the saying of the most lovable of all Scotsmen, Robert Louis Stevenson, who wrote, "Our business in this world is not so succeed, but to continue to fail in good spirits." Here we have a splendid motto to remember in our everyday life and in our pastimes.